Perfect. All right. So, all right. Hey, welcome. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
What's up, DD? How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. So gang, I'm really excited to be able to sit here and have a conversation with Mr. Chris Kemper today. He is the CEO and founder of Palmetto, and I want to just kind of learn a little bit, get into that brain a little bit, Chris, if I could, and learn a little bit more about kind of, what are some of the great things that I think about Palmetto, and kind of get your perspective on it, right? If that's cool with you, is that all right?
I'm up for whatever. Let's talk.
All right, good. So first off, like, we have this amazing proprietary software, right, in Alchemy, right? Creating something out of nothing,
That's an alchemist. Yeah.
Sand out of gold.
That's the idea.
Gold out of sand.
Somewhere in there. Yeah. Somebody's making gold somewhere. Yeah. That's the idea.
Where did that come from? How did that get started?
Well, I mean, I think that first off, we chose the name for the platform because we do like the idea that you can turn nothing into something, and that's the idea behind an alchemist. And it's also named after one of my favorite books called The Alchemist. So there you have it. But yeah, I mean, the idea is that everyone should have the benefit of solar. Everyone should have the benefit of storage or other clean technology products, and they help you save money as a homeowner, and they also help transition the world towards a cleaner future. So we had this idea one day that maybe the better way to do that was by providing a platform where anyone could go sign up and make a career by selling these products. And it just kind of took off from there. And as we learned more, we learned that people had different skills, and like yourself, maybe great in sales or training. Other people great in building projects or installing. And how do you bring all these professionals together and create a community? And it was theoretical, based off some harder lessons from business, but we got there. So that's how we got there.
I love it.
You've used it. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. I do, actually. I mean, it's pretty amazing what I've seen through Alchemy, Chris, and that I've used other platforms. I've been around.
Shame. Those platforms won't be mentioned on our
No, not at all. That's true. But I mean, the reality is that I'm saying that because at the end of the day, I find that Alchemy is given the salesperson the best opportunity to be successful with the fluidity, with the resources that are available, and bringing it all together. I think when Alchemy was first starting, I don't know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, right?
It was 3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
3, but 20 years ago, it feels like.
Yeah. There was this big gap, right, in the industry, and we needed to fill it. And I think that we've done that. And the iterations that I've seen on Alchemy over the course of these years has allowed us to give the sales member that nimbleness, to be able to get into the house, have the financiers, did you see Alchemy being, such a sort of amazing, like a great platform or were you just like, I need to fix a gap, and I went and fixed it?
It started off actually as a design platform. Our big issue was back in the day, we would print out designs, physically print them, hand them to sales reps, and then they would go present them in person to homeowners. Of course, this is well before COVID-19 period. And as we launched into another market, or another couple markets beyond our then South Carolina homestead, it was difficult to manage the printing. And the more we looked at it, we're like, this is just dumb. Like, can't we do this digitally? Well, you could, but then all these other things came into play, like who's going to design it or engineer it. And it just kind of took form. And like all things, you're like trying to solve one little thing, and then it takes from that to then other applications within the platform. Alchemy as a platform. And, then in time, it just kind of becomes this really kind of much, I don't know, I wouldn't say bigger than life, but a back end for a lot of meaningful careers, in our sector.
It's robust. It's robust, and it's not just for sales members, right? We've got operations on there. Can you maybe talk to me, because that's something that I don't really know a lot about. What is on the back end for, how would a installer use Alchemy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think an installer would be able to access schedules, whom is going to be installed on what date and what the building material requests are. We provide all of that as a platform. So we provide logistics, direct to manufacturing, sourcing, shipping to regional warehouses. We do all that on our own balance sheet, and then manage that for, by example, installers. They can come pick up the materials from our warehouses and then install. But they can see all of this through scheduling applications, a variety of other things. And as we develop out and we learn the needs of our installers and those members on our community, we just kind of keep figuring it out. It's always based on good feedback. When I say good feedback, I mean, it's not always like awesome to hear, but bad and ugly, and then you take it and you say, hey team, what do you make of this? And you just keep trying and iterating. But that's kind of been the MO here.
Yeah,
you've been around, you've seen it all, so
I've heard you say many times, progress over perfection, I think, right?
Yeah, we follow the 80% rule. We keep trying to go for like what's going to make the impact and let go, but that's hard to do, when you build a company. So but as a product in Alchemy, that's where we are.
Well, and I mean, nothing's going to be perfect, but I think that the fact that we continue to, and I've seen it firsthand, how we, continue to adapt, observe, adapt, and overcome, right?
Yeah. We had a former employee named David who used to say that all the time. I think he caught it from his Navy days or something like that.
Yeah, it is. It's an armed service. I think, Navy, Marines, or something. Yeah.
That's right.
But and we continue to do that. And I know that Alchemy has continued to grow and become even more robust. And can't wait to see the things that are coming up next.
Yeah, lots coming. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Sure. The Dan DeVito Show.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Thanks for taking a second, chatting a little bit about Alchemy.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, Dan. Good to connect. See you soon.